Good morning, one and all. So, last class, okay, we were discussing about the lesson Konavaram for 6th class. Konavaram, which is a place I told you, which is spread on either side of the district Khammam and West Godavari, on either banks of river Godavari. And I told you about the subrivers also, okay, which were the subrivers? Subrivers of Godavari, Shabari and Sileru. So it is near to this area, this Konavaram. And we were discussing about the tribe Kondareddy. Kondareddys are known as the main tribe which was living in this village Konavaram. And last time I stopped near the bamboo. Okay, important source of food for the tribes bamboo. I told you the tender bamboo, bamboo shoots when it is coming, they will cook them. Okay, after removing the upper layer, they will cook this tender bamboo shoot, then they will eat, and it is tasty and delicious. Then also I told you, without bamboo their life is not full, because they are depending on bamboo for different purposes. Who this Kondareddy group, okay, with the bamboo they make baskets, they make winnowing fans, then mats, then also like they implement for digging sticks, bows and arrows. Okay, everything can be made from this bamboo. Because the tribal people, the people who are living in such forest areas, they know very well about the products of forest areas and how to make use of them. We who are living very far away, we are living in either villages or cities, almost near to cities like that, we may not be able to know the full products which are produced in forest. But the tribal people, they know each corner and hook of each and every areas of forest, and what are the products which is useful for life, which is not useful, everything will be known. So such one group is Kondareddys. Okay, so they mainly depend on bamboo. With that bamboo, I told you, they are making baskets, they are making winnowing fans, they are making mats, so many things. And now how they get water? They fetch water from natural springs or they go down to small streams. Already you know, in hilly areas there will be always flowing of water. Yes or no? If you have visited already, you know, for us we are having near the hilly areas like Rampachodavaram, and I told you about Pochumgendi. In that area, that all forest area only, hilly areas. If you observe very well, you can see the streams flowing from up to down. Okay, so these people, they fetch water either from that natural springs. Natural means which is coming, we are the human made is not that, which comes from the natural springs, or they go down to small streams to fetch water. Okay, abundant water is available for them in that area. Then coming to the worship, what gods they worship means, they worship the gods of nature. Okay, just like as we are worshipping the gods in temples or something like that, these people, tribal people, they are mainly depending on forest now. That means nature. So that's why they worship gods of nature, and every family has got their Kula Devatas, which caste or which religion or which kulam they belongs, there will be having separate god or goddess. Okay, so usually the Kondareddys or usually the tribal people, they worship gods of nature, and each and every family is having separate Kula Devata. Okay, that is their family god or goddess. Now almost we all might have visited Pochumgendi, that temple. Okay, that is also one kind of Kula Devata only. Okay, the goddess of some kind of tribe or something. So same way each and every family is having their own Kula Devata or their own family god or goddess. Now Kondareddys celebrate Mamadi Panduga. Okay. Some festivals I am telling. Okay. Mamadi Panduga, Gongura Panduga, and Pacha Panduga. These are the three festivals these tribe Kondaredis are celebrating. Clear? So these lessons main points this. Then coming to, already we discussed about the village Konavaramaka, tribal village, their lifestyle and everything. Now what are the various ways in which the tribes are depend upon the forest around them? Okay, now how these tribal people, or what are the different ways in which these tribals are depending on the forest which is around them. So already you know the forest is a great store of house of food. Even if we go, we will get different kinds of items from there. And the tribal people, they know about the forest very well, I told you. So the forest is a great storehouse of food for the tribals, and they depend upon the forest for its produce throughout the year, not 1 or 2 months, throughout the year they are depending on the forest. And the tribals, they collect various edible fruits. Edible means which can be eaten. Okay, edible oil, you know the oil which we are using for cooking and everything. So like that, edible fruits which can be eaten, that is known as edible fruits. Okay, so the tribals, they collect various edible fruits, tubers, and also nuts, green leaves, and even hunting small animals from forest. Clear? So the forest, look how they are using the tribals. They collect the edible fruits, edible tubers, edible nuts, edible green leaves. Even some green leaves can be eaten without cooking and everything raw. That we may not be knowing, but the tribal people, they know about it very well. Okay. So they collect all these things, and also they even hunt small animals from the forest. Next, 2 important forest products collected by them are honey and bamboo shoots. Honey, already you know, most of you might have drank. So these 2 important forest products, honey and bamboo shoots. Bamboo shoots, I told you, the starting time of the bamboo, after removing the upper layers, they cook it and they will eat, which is delicious and tasty. So these are the 2 important forest product, okay, which is mostly used by these tribal people, bamboo shoots and honey. As it is forest area, already you know the honey hives will be more natural, not artificial. It will be also very tasty also. So this I told you, bamboo shoots. These shoots are cooked after upper covering layers are removed. Bamboo shoots, okay. This is very tasty and very delicious and also delicacy. Another important source of food for the families is the juice of Caryota palm. I told you in the last class also, that means jilugu. Especially they will get it in summer. And also, as we discussed with the bamboo, they make baskets, winnowing fans and everything. And also they sell all these. So whatever they make from this implements or sticks or digging sticks or bows and arrows, everything will be made with this bamboo, I told you. They sell all this in weekly markets. As it is tribal area, they may not be able to get daily market. Just like as whenever we want, we can go to market and we will get vegetable or whatever. But in village, this tribal people, they may not be having such a facility. So they are having one weekly market, that is known as Sanda. So weekly once there will be that market. So whatever these tribal people they make, they take all these items to this weekly market and they sell there. And with the money they earn by selling their produce. So by selling the products, they earn their money. And with that money they purchase the daily needs, clothes and other requirements. Is it clear? So with the bamboo they are making different kinds of items like baskets, winnowing fans or mats or some implement digging sticks or whatever. They sell all these items in the weekly market, which is known as Sanda. And the money which they get by selling that, with that money they buy whatever the things they need, daily needs like clothes or other requirements. Now coming to this tribe Kondareddy, okay. Life various means of living these tribals. That means here we were discussing about Kondareddys. So with the bamboo, I told you they make baskets, winnowing fans, mats. Kondareddys, okay, especially how they are using this. And also they implement like digging stick, bows, arrows. They also sell the bamboo in the local markets. Kondareddys use forest and its products and use them effectively to supplement the food grown in the Podu fields. Podu field, I already told you what is meant by Podu. The shifting cultivation or jimming cultivation, I told you. In one area, one forest area, they will clear the forest, then they will cultivate some crops there. After some years, they leave the field, they give rest to the field and they go to some other place, and the same thing they will do. The other place also they will go there, they will clear the forest, they will cultivate. So this place is given rest, the other place is taken. That is known as Podu culture or shifting or jimming cultivation. Okay. So their kitchen gardens, I told you, whatever they are having in kitchen gardens, they grow different kinds of items, gourds or everything, whatever they need for their daily needs, everything will be made to grow in that kitchen garden which is near to the settlement where they are living. And all these things they sell in weekly markets. Sanda, that money they purchase whatever they need. In many areas, these tribes are approached by paper mill agents. Paper mills, you know, for us we are having in Rajahmundry, a big paper mill. So this paper mill, they need pulp for making paper. Already you know bamboo, okay, the raw material. So in many areas, these tribes are approached by paper mills agents. So the agents of paper mill owners, they are coming and they are approaching these tribal people. For what purpose? To cut and supply bamboo for their mills. Already you know bamboo is the raw material, or with the pulp of bamboo only we are making this paper and everything. Whatever the book you are having, each and everything is made by this paper only. This paper they are making with the pulp of the bamboo. So many agents of these paper mills, they come to these tribal people and they ask to give them the bamboo, okay, to cut and give them the bamboo for their needs. This is one of the major additional employment opportunities available for them, which brings them cash income. Automatically they will get one employment and also they will get more job. Now, why do they think they grow so many crops? That means the Kondareddys or the tribal people, why they are growing more crops? What is the reason? So the tribal people follow a distinct means entirely different from how we are making. Okay, that is the meaning of distinct, entirely different. So the tribal people make a distinct system called Podu or Jum or shifting cultivation, because they are living on hilly areas. They grow mixed crops without any irrigation. No need of irrigation. I told you the water supply which is given to the field. As it is hilly area, they are getting full rain. So depending on rains, they make some different kinds of crops. That is why the reason this Kondareddy or some other tribal people, they are able to have different kinds of crops, because they are having abundant rain water for the crops cultivation. Now, suppose we are making a comparison. The nature fields in 3 villages you studied. Okay, what are the 3 villages? Penamakuru, Salakam Cheruvu, Kunavaram. Is it all? So last 2 or 3 classes we were learning the other 2 villages. Penamakuru, which is in coastal plain. Then Salakam Cheruvu, which is in a dry plateau region. The third one, Kunavaram village, which is in the hilly areas. Now suppose we are comparing the nature of the fields on three villages. What are the similarities or differences we can see? Listen. Suppose we are taking the fields of Penamakuru. These are alluvial and black soil. Clear? So Penamakuru, the fields soil is alluvial and black soil. These soils are more fertile. More fertile means to grow any crops we will get more and more output. That means we will get more crops because the soil is very fertile. It is having the capacity to produce more and more output. Okay. So Penamakuru, the are alluvial and black soil. The soils are having more fertile. Next, taking to the fields of Salakam Cheruvu. These are Saudu soils. Saudu soil specialty. The soils are less fertile. Fertility will not be there much, and it is not cultivable because it is having content of salt, lime and everything. Which one? The soil of Salakam Cheruvu. So it is less fertile and not cultivable. We may not be able to cultivate more. Coming to the third one which we are learning now, the fields of Konavara. Okay, these are forest land. Konavara I told you, they are type of cultivation also I told you, Podu cultivation, clearing the forest areas and they cultivate the crops there. Okay, so it is forest land. The soils are more fertile and cultivable. So comparing to Penamakuru and Salakam Cheruvu, the soil of Konavaram is more and more fertile and we can cultivate more and more items. Okay. So now we compared the soils or the fields of three places, Penamakuru, Salakam Cheruvu and the latest one, Konavaram. Now we are comparing the tribal families or what the tribal families do throughout the year with that of the families plains and plateaus. That means the lifestyle or the difference between the tribal families throughout the year, what they do, we have to compare with the families who are living in plains and plateaus. So families of plains and plateaus. Plains and plateaus means the first two, Penamakuru and Salakam Cheruvu. Like that areas it is known as plains and plateaus. Others also plains only. Chinnakondipudi, Siddhanagaram, Konavaram, this Konavaram, okay, Koti or Rajahmundry, these all plain areas only. So plains and plateaus families, we are comparing with the families of tribal families who are living near to forest areas. Families of plains and plateaus. Transplantation is done by the women mainly, okay, families. And also harvesting is mainly done by men and women. Okay, the main specialty of families in plains and plateaus. Transplantation means understood now. Now suppose paddy or something, after sowing they will take and they will plant separately. That is known as transplantation. So this transplantation is done by women, and also harvesting. When it is crop is ready, harvesting, it is mainly done by both men and women. Now coming to the families of tribals, all the members of the family together they work in the field. Not the woman or not the man. All family members together they work in the field, and in hunting also they work together. Whatever they work, do the work in forest, all the family members are doing together. And men do more work relating to cattle rearing and agriculture, while women and children attend the gathering food from the forest and basket making. So the tribal people, men, they do more work in which area? Cattle rearing. That means getting the cattle to rear. Okay, cattle rearing and also agriculture. While the women, they are doing more work for what purpose? What area? For gathering food from the forest and also basket weaving, making and all. Okay, these are the difference between the families of plains and plateaus comparing to families of tribes. Okay, so now in this lesson today, now whatever we learned, once again go through with that. Okay, again we will continue the continuation of this lesson for the next class. Revise once again, go through with that, and stay home, stay safe. Okay, don't think that the people are simply roaming there and here, they are not using mask or anything. We have to be our care in our way. Okay, so stay home, stay healthy. See you in the next class.